Woke up. Wake you up. Wake that ass up.
Program your alarm to Power 105.1 on iHeartRadio.
Good morning, USA! Yo, 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 yo.
Jess Hilarious.
Wake that ass up.
Charlamagne the God.
Peace to the planet. Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Hump day. How y'all feel out there? I feel blessed, black, and highly favored. Happy to be here. Another day to serve our beautiful listeners. Good morning.
Good morning. How you feeling?
I feel good.
You feel good?
Yep, washed my butt real good last night. Got up in there.
I'm going to tell you something. That was a crazy conversation. I don't know why you said last night because you should have did it again this morning.
No,
but
last night's good.
It's crazy that we had that conversation because it really had me thinking and really paying attention.
What?
Because when the guys was calling up here yesterday saying how they bend over and have to cock their leg up, I don't have to do all that.
Nah, you don't
I know
have to do
you
that.
was saying, yo.
You got to bend over them.
Yeah,
No,
like,
not bend over,
cock
but
your
you know
leg
what I
up.
mean? You don't have to, well, and you don't have any ass, so you don't have to bend over, but I was telling Charlotte about the size.
Oh, okay.
And you know what I mean?
I'm
like
thick.
sometimes you got to spread them, sometimes you got to stand on your tippy
I'm
toes,
thick,
sometimes you got to
man.
put, yeah, you thick, but you also got a muscly ass. Like, you know what I mean? It's not
That's
like,
true.
it's not loose.
This
like
is a human resource
your
conversation.
glutes are
Okay.
tight.
That's
so,
true.
Do I have
you
no
know.
ass?
No, you don't have a butt.
No, I'm going
baby.
human resources
sorry.
today. I feel
flat.
insulted. Yeah, nah, but thank God my wife taught me how to wipe my ass.
Yes.
She has to wash my ass. I seen that.
You have an article out
I have
here.
an article
about
about my
that.
wife. She
Complex.
complex. Shoot the
Complex
complex.
magazine. The headline said, this headline was hilarious. It said,
Hey, yo.
DJ Envy says his wife had to show him how to wash his butt properly in the shower. Crazy.
That didn't happen like that, but God, salute
The
the complex.
headline is hilarious though, because it has you sitting like you actually are doing a TED talk.
Yes.
It has you on a stage.
Yes.
I thought that was.
Well, that was at the Black Effect Podcast Festival.
Yes, it was.
I know, but
Yes.
but it just seemed like.
Well, they're horrible
you
with
did
their
a TED
lists.
talk
They're
about
horrible with their
washing your
captions. It
And
is
you
what
don't
it
shower
is.
in the morning?
No, I get up too early to do that. I shower at night around like 9, 10 o'clock. I get up.
So do I, but I still shower in the morning.
Okay, that's nice for you. For
But
me, it's too early.
I sweat sometime when I sleep.
I
though.
sweat.
Oh,
I
yeah,
sweat
I
every
don't.
night. So
But
yeah.
I can't wake up without a shower. Like once I
have
wake
to
up,
take a
I
shower,
gotta
too.
take a shower just to
Yeah.
get alert.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing for y'all. Yeah, I don't sweat in my sleep. I don't know what the hell y'all be doing.
Now,
but-
that
I
says a
sweat.
lot that you've been putting on deodorant, every day.
Yeah,
sometimes you
not
come up
every
in-
day. For like
What was that?
2-3 times
Tell them why.
last week.
Tell them why.
Because I forgot to put on deodorant like earlier, like last week or whatever, and I went to hug my husband after, and Chris was like, "Damn, what you did?" I was
You
like,
put
"What you mean
deo-
what I did?"
you put
And
deodorant
he was
on that?
like, "You're a little musty." I was like, "Damn."
You put deodorant on the
I
muscle?
forgot. No.
Uh-oh.
I forgot to put. You know how you forget to put on deodorant, and throughout the day, you start smelling, and you're like, "Ooh," but I didn't realize it. But my husband told me, so I
It's
was
just
like,
a stink ass show.
I had to get
Envy
a
don't wash his
whole-
ass. Just be musty.
"Shut
Lord
up!"
have
No,
mercy.
I don't be musty.
This is crazy.
Oh, my
You know what, man? Start the show with Boosie Wipe Me Down. Y'all just need.
All right. Now,
Hey, yo.
salute to Rashad Robinson for joining us. He has a new book called From Presence to Power.
Yes.
How to Take on the Fights That Matter and Win is out right now. We're going
Listen,
to
I
talk
know
to him
we
a little bit.
recommend a lot of books up here because I do a lot of reading, but this is an amazing book because a lot of y'all think that y'all got power, but you don't. You
That's
know what I
right.
mean? Especially you folks on social media who just be making a whole lot of noise, and that's what this book it's essentially about. From presence to power, right? Because we mistake presence for power. But how to take on the fights that matter and win. We'll be talking to Rashad Robinson next hour.
All right, and get it off your chest, 800-585-1051. Let's start the show with some
Please,
Boosie.
please.
Breakfast Club, good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious,
Wipe your
Charlamagne the
ass.
Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. What's up, Mimi?
Good morning, Envy, Charlamagne, Jess. How you doing, girl?
Good girl.
Peace to Misha.
Anyway, okay. So we start this morning with growing questions about Senator Mitch McConnell as a key election deadline quickly approaches. So McConnell has not been seen in public or cast a vote in the Senate in more than 6 weeks, about 44 days. We talked about this before, after being hospitalized following what his office described as a fall. Well, now Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear is giving the longtime senator an ultimatum. Prove you are still able to serve or resign. Let's listen to the governor.
It's been 6 weeks, and we've had 2 formal statements and 2 pictures. 6 weeks away from work. That's a pretty significant thing. And so I don't think it's a lot just to say, if you're communicating with your staff, communicate with the public. And I'm not trying to pile on with all this stuff that's out there. All I'm trying to do is ask the bare minimum. And it raises the concern that he might not be able to meet the bare minimum. And if that's true, then yes, Kentucky would need a resignation. It would ultimately need a replacement. All we're asking is just a little bit of proof.
Are they saying those pictures are fake? Because I seen a couple. I seen like a picture or two where he was sitting there with his wife.
Yeah, they're not saying that they're fake. But inquiring minds want to know. We've seen, 2 pictures and 2 formal statements, and then they're saying, well, he's been on the phone for 17 minutes with his staff, but he hasn't shown up to vote. And a lot of members of the press are like, well, call in so that the press can verify what they need to hear, and he hasn't done that either. And so the governor there is saying that there is an August 3rd deadline. So if McConnell's seat becomes vacant before then Kentucky can hold a special election to fill the final weeks of his term. If not, the seat would remain vacant until January. So they're trying to figure something out, what's happening by August 3rd.
Well, it's incredible how Mitch McConnell can hide behind the news, right? Because this administration floods the zone so much that it makes us forget Mitch McConnell might be dead. But in this country, proof of life of a sitting senator should be the bare minimum. Is he in a hospital, Mimi?
He was in a sort of something like a rehabilitation center. They're not calling it a hospital.
They don't have a responsibility to let people know whether or not a sitting
do.
senator is alive or not. So why aren't people asking that rehabilitation center questions?
Yeah.
But it's not only that, he's in the hospital bed, right? And we've all had family members ourselves have been in a hospital bed. Have you ever been in a hospital bed fully clothed?
No.
Because he has jeans on in the hospital bed. He has his shirt buttoned up to his neck in the hospital bed. That's what makes me feel like the photo is a little off, right? Because he would be in a gown, just my opinion.
Yeah, there are so many questions, so many questions, and it shouldn't be. And as the governor, he made a point. He said, listen, who can show up, who can not show up for 6 weeks, to work and not have to give an excuse as to where they are, what they're doing, what, they're not coming back. Who can do that? So,
and there's so many people that got to be involved in this cover-up. And it's clearly a cover-up because if, he was in good health or even alive, it would be nothing to show us that. Transparency is always the answer. Something else I want to ask you, because this is very interesting. What's this about health insurance keeps millions trapped in their jobs?
Yeah, so, health insurance is keeping millions of Americans stuck in a job that they want to leave. So a new Gallup study found that 1 in 4 workers who get health insurance through their employer say they're staying because they're afraid to lose coverage. So that's about 23 million people. The reason is simple. Health insurance is expensive, right? The average family now pays about $27,000 a year. And workers still pay a lot of that out of their own pocket. And so the study found that the problem is even worse for people who have chronic health conditions, medical debt, and they just say that they can't afford to leave because they need their health insurance.
Yeah, no, I see that. I mean, you think about it, people get sick every day, and if you don't have health coverage, you can't cover your normal things that you need. My biggest thing that my mom wanted me to do when I graduated college, she wanted me to get a job with a hat, meaning she wanted me to get a job with benefits so that if anything ever happened to me, I would be covered. So I can see why people would stay at a job that they don't like just to make sure they are covered if something does happen, especially if they have family members and kids, because your kids are covered too. So I get that. I understand that.
It's crazy. I tell kids all the time, and I guess you got to tell adults too, there's 168 hours in a week. So to me, that's more than enough time to deal with your reality. And your reality is having a job that pays your bills, covers your health insurance and stuff like that. But then you still have time to deal with your dreams, because I feel like if you're only focused on your reality, that can make you sick, right? Like if you don't have
stress,
a hobby or just something else you like to do with your extra time.
That's right.
Just working at a job that you hate just to have to pay bills and just have to pay health insurance. That'll drive you. That'll make you sick.
Yeah, and just a quick note here, a sign of the times. I said it was about 23 million people. Well, that's up 16% from just a few years ago. So just telling us where we're living, what times we're living in right now, that people just cannot afford to leave their job.
And to add what Charlamagne said, that was the main reason why I decided to get into music. Because I seen my dad, who, we all know is a retired police officer. He hated his job. Like, he had to work on Thanksgiving at times. He had to work on Christmas at times. And my mother hated working for her insurance company. Like, when I say hated, hated. So when I seen them come home and they were just so stressed, I was like, I don't want to be that. I want to be something that I enjoy. And thank God I was able to do it. So, thank you, Mimi.
Yeah. Well, coming up at 7, this product was a staple in many households, and you'll want to hear what is happening to it after decades of lawsuits. We're going to talk about that.
Mary Kay?
Not
skin softener?
That was a staple too.
Okay.
But not Mary Kay.
All right. Everybody else, get it off your chest. 800 585-1051 is the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Ray.
Yo, Charlamagne, Envy, what up? Are we live?
This is your time to get it off your chest.
I got an indoor pool, an outdoor pool.
We want to hear from you on the Breakfast Club.
We can get on the phone right now. He'll tell you what it is. We live?
Hello, who's this?
Yo, what up? This is Dubs from South Florida. How y'all doing?
What up? Get it off your
Peace,
chest,
Dub.
Dub.
Hey, man, I got a little rapid fire for y'all, man. Old school radio, rapid fire. First of all, thank y'all for bringing this to Netflix. When y'all started, I work in the education system, but when y'all started, school was getting out, and I was like, man, I don't want to be getting up early in the morning to see Netflix, right? Mm-hmm. So I actually ended up getting a little morning gig, which I'm at right now. So I watch y'all every morning. That's dope. Thank y'all for that.
Thank you, bro.
Now to the rapid fire. Envy.
Yes, sir.
I got two. I'm gonna ask the questions, now I can hang up.
Yes.
Envy, 2 questions.
Mm-hmm.
How did you decide on DJ Envy as your name? And your pops is a retired police officer, right?
Yes, he is.
Okay, so how did he feel, or your parents feel, when you say you were gonna get into DJing? Charlamagne.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna give you a little bitty donkey, a little ass today. What's up with the podcast series where you were interviewing people and doing the one-on-ones? When's that coming back? And finally, Jess.
Mm-hmm.
Jess, you're looking good.
Thank
The other
you,
day
man.
you had your abs out. I was like, God dang, that baby bounced back. You doing your thing.
Thank
Keep doing
you.
your thing.
Appreciate
Love y'all.
But she don't wash in the morning, and she be a little musty.
I
at times.
heard that. I don't either.
And I'm still
my
fine
wife,
as hell.
My wife will take a shower at night, like at 8, and get up at 6 and take another shower. I can't do that.
That's nice.
I just can't do that.
Right, exactly. I'm with you, right? I
Thank
mean,
you.
sometimes I can, sometimes I don't feel like it.
Thank you, Dub. Well, just to answer your question,
Thank
my
you, guys.
pops wasn't as supportive as I would want, because he wanted me to have a job with benefits and some type of retirement. At the time it was not for music, but he was supportive, but he didn't necessarily believe it was a great hobby for me. So for him, he just wanted me to stay off the street. So practicing in the basement, he was happy. And my original name was DJ Shrimp, and my partner's name was DJ Mono, and together we were Envy Productions. And it wasn't doing well at first, and the stamp was Envy Productions because that was our thing. And when he said he don't want to do it no more, started hanging with girls, the African bootleggers was just like, oh, you got the new Envy, and the name stuck.
Oh.
Y'all hear how Envy admitted he was gay, right? Because he said my homeboy didn't want to do it no more, and he started hanging with girls. You know what I'm saying? Envy was still out here gay with it.
I wasn't gay. I wasn't talking to girls. I was shy.
Oh, you like girls now?
Oh, right.
I was shy.
Right.
So I would just stay in the basement and DJ. You know what? And what happened to your
You
series?
like
Asked about
girls now.
your podcast series where you interview artists.
I do what I want, bro.
Damn.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
You big time. You big time.
I mean,
man.
no,
all
it's not.
good.
I just
Thank
do
you,
it.
Dub.
Thank you.
I don't ever want to be forced to do nothing. That's just something I do every now
Period.
and then when I feel like it.
Hello, who's this?
Good morning. This is Courtney from Louisiana.
Hey, Courtney.
Good morning.
What part of Louisiana, mama?
Homer.
Okay, well, get it off your chest.
I called to give Charlamagne his flowers. Congratulations on... Can y'all hear me?
Hey, we can hear you, mama.
Okay. Congratulations on your star, Charlamagne.
Thank you.
Your journey has been so inspiring. I don't think you realize you're like a mentor to me. I just really admire your honesty on mental health, your advocacy on it, something people hold so near and dear to their heart. But I admire your openness about it.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate
You're
it.
welcome. I also want to shout out the ladies of Poor Mind. I was listening to them yesterday. I've been a huge fan of them since Wind Down Wednesday, and
Love
just to
them.
see their growth on how far they've come.
Oh, man.
It's admirable to see black women thriving in such a crazy industry that they're in, and I just really admire their growth. Lex P and Drea.
Yeah, Dre and Lex having their way right now in the podcast world. I just saw them on the cover of Rolling Out. They just finished a sold-out tour. Like, they having their way this year. Salute to Dre and Lex.
I love them so much. Can I shout out my Instagram before I go?
Of course.
My Instagram is COURTNEYALYSEE. If anybody decides to follow me or view my page, please click the link in my bio. If you're into true crime, that's my YouTube channel.
Oh, that's what you do? You do true crime? What you do, like a true crime podcast? Your YouTube series? What you do?
Yes, I do true crime. I sent you videos, Charlamagne.
Hold on, send me what's the Instagram again?
COURTNEY ALYSEE.
SEE. Courtney Elise?
Yes.
Word. Black Effect, we definitely looking for more true crime podcasts.
Get it off
Salute
your
to Courtney
chest.
Elise.
800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
This is your time to get it off your chest, whether you're mad or blessed.
I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress. Everything with me is blessed.
Call up now. 800-585-1051.
Not just me. I'm what the coach of Philly.
Hello, who's this?
Good morning, DJ NZ. From Atlanta, how you doing?
What's up, brother?
Ooh, all that talk of washing your booty got him calling up this morning.
Sounds so good.
I called to give you your flowers. Chill out.
What's up, brother?
Congratulations. I was trying to top call last week, but I want to congratulate you, man. Like, you're doing big things, bro, and I'm proud of you, man. Like, you're the reason why I got in therapy. I'm healed now. Like, yeah, big ups to you.
Man, you healed
DJ
now?
NZ.
Well, tell me where you been going, because I need to get healed, goddammit. I'm still trying.
Oh, my. DJ Envy, I want to shout out you. And shout out Stacy, too. My homegirl, she went to your car show, and she got Stacy cupcakes, and she said they was actually good.
Listen, Stacy, stop playing with
good,
him.
man.
Like,
all good.
that man is a real baker.
They were good. For him to bake them 3 days before.
He did not. No, he did not do that. Y'all, you keep listening to Charlamagne.
He baked them.
He baked those cupcakes 3 days before.
No, he baked them the morning of and drove down.
He said he
started preparing. He baked them the morning of.
He told us he baked them a couple days early.
He was making the batter and everything.
He said he was making the batter. He said he baked them the morning of and drove down. Don't do that to
Y'all
Stacey.
so messy.
Charlamagne heard what I heard.
I heard exactly what you heard.
On Thursday.
But either way, they were good.
They were
He
good.
is
Yes,
a phenomenal
He
baker.
did say they were good.
Yes.
They were good.
Yes.
My homegirl enjoyed your car show too, DJ.
Oh, she had a good time. Thank you.
Yeah, and Jess, you look good, baby.
Thank you, baby.
Peace, my brother. Stacey breaking his neck trying to run to the phone right now to call. Tell you that I did not cook them cupcakes 3 days before.
He did not.
Oh, he did not. He said he prepared it, but he said he cooked it the morning of and he drove down.
So damn hard, yo.
Hello, who's this?
It's Mo from Philly. Good morning, Breakfast Club.
What's up,
Peace, Mo?
What's up, Mo?
Shout
Get it
out
off
to
your
Philly.
chest, Mo.
Listen, I am so shocked that nobody's talking about Angel Reese and her Barbie doll. She's only the second NBA player.
You're right.
Sue Bird
You know
was
why?
the first, but she was the first black.
You know what's so crazy? Salute to my
Amazing.
homegirl, Carrie Champion. We were talking about this yesterday. You know why? Because LeBron James dropped his announcement on the same day. Because it was WNBA. It was WNBA weekend, so Angel was dropping, to coincide with WNBA weekend. But LeBron dropped that he was going to Philly that same day. That's why nobody was talking about it.
Yeah, but we didn't even report it though. We didn't even report it up here.
Because people didn't see,
and
people
I
didn't
was
see
looking
it.
for that report from Lauren. So
Lauren avoids anything positive now.
stop
If it bleeds, it leads with Lauren. First of all.
no.
I actually posted that to Brown Girl Grinding.
What I got to do with Breakfast
So
Club?
you should follow me there because I posted it the day Angel Reese posted it. We love Angel Reese over here. Don't do me.
What they got to do with Breakfast Club, though? She said she was listening for Breakfast Club to hear.
Damn.
Did she just say
Well,
that? Oh, okay.
over the weekend I posted Brown Girl Grinding. So if you want to follow me there, you can too.
Well, Mo, thank you. Sometimes you got to check a woman, man. That's not supporting other black women.
Listen.
Right. I agree.
But I also want to give a shout out to the whole crew. We always know the names and the faces, but it takes a village to make this happen. And listening over the phone is not, listening over the radio is not the same as watching y'all. I crack the hell up. So when Uncle Charlotte talk about chasing dopamine, that's what y'all give me every morning. So
Man.
That's what it is.
Blessings.
Thank
We
you so much,
appreciate
Mo.
that.
And I work in New York. Shout out to Montefiore employees, all my employees over there. So I'm Philly, work in New York. So 76ers, it doesn't even matter. I support wherever I go. Shout out to all healthcare workers, and remember to keep washing your hands and washing your asses.
That's real, though.
Man.
Wash your hands and wash your ass.
It's funny because I was wondering. I was like, why was Angel Reese dressed like that at the WNBA
Yeah,
game?
yeah.
She was dressed like that because
Because her Barbie doll came out.
promoting her Barbie.
She
Yes.
looked like
Like
a
her-
damn Barbie
A
doll,
truck
too.
and all that.
She dropped the news the same day that LeBron said he was going to the Sixers, and
I
that
did not see
dominated
it.
all the sports headlines.
The sports headline.
I did not see
LeBron
that.
could have waited. Period. LeBron didn't have to even drop until after WNBA All-Star Weekend. He could have let them ladies have their moment. He had to drop on a Friday. He could have put that out on Monday. He could have put that out this week. He didn't have to
The
drop
NBA
on
was trying to
Friday.
get their schedule together. Didn't they say he had to pick a team so they
He
could?
could have dropped on Monday. I promise you, he overshadowed everything.
Damn.
Y'all didn't even watch the All-Star game.
I was going to ask you, did you watch the game?
Yeah, I watched some of it.
I seen the highlights. The highlights look
And I
horrible.
was in Chicago.
No,
We
that
didn't watch it.
Instagram video didn't do that game. No, I saw the video you talking about. They didn't do the game no justice. The game was cool.
All right. Well, we have the latest with Loren coming up.
Good morning.
We got
yes,
the latest.
we do.
We got the latest with Brown Girl Grinding. Well, we got the latest.
It depends on the moment. But yeah, we do. Beyonce is actually making more boss headlines, and Kanye West is talking about why his number ones with Bully mean even more to him than like some of his biggest projects, Graduation included, and Watch It Throne.
All right, we'll get into that next, so don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
What you want to
The
know?
latest with Loren LoRosa.
Because you particularly are bringing the energy to mainstream radio, to black radio.
Sources trusted.
Did you hear that exclusive?
Lauren, I'm the homegirl that knows a little bit about everything and everything.
She be having the latest on things.
You ask the questions that need to be answered.
On the Breakfast Club.
Like little brown girls look at you and go, I want to be like you.
LL Cool, baby.
Talk to me.
Alrighty, y'all. So Beyonce, you guys know she dropped her Sir Davis whiskey brand back in 2024. The brand was actually named after her paternal great-grandfather, who was a farmer and a moonshiner in America in the South during Prohibition. Yesterday, news was announced that she took full ownership of the Sir Davis American whiskey brand that she founded. She founded it in partnership with Moet Hennessy. Now, there isn't a bunch of information of like why the shift happened or why the change happened, but I mean, I think it's something to celebrate that, you know, she has a full ownership, and obviously that means that we're about to be seeing something from her more with the brand, because now she'll be in full ownership of it. I just saw a lot of the Spirits business websites celebrating this. I think it's always dope though when Beyonce decides to make a move in the product space.
What else Sir Davis does? Does it sell?
So I can't answer that, but I know that Beyonce pushes it a lot via her Instagram, but I've never seen it in, like, I don't even know which stores you go to purchase it.
People talking about they had shots of it, like you don't really hear anybody talking about it's good or anything.
I mean, I've never tried it, but she sent it to you guys, didn't she?
Yeah, she did.
Yeah,
How was it?
She sent it up here. I think it's over here in the bar. I didn't try it.
I'm not a whiskey person, so I'm not the person to ask about whiskey.
I actually am a whiskey person. I like it, but I don't know. I didn't particularly care for, Sir the whiskey, her whiskey. I didn't.
Well, I do drink old fashions, but I don't know how to make an old fashioned, so I get it when I'm out and about. But whatever happened
I thought those are made with bourbon though. Maybe it is
whiskey bourbon.
Bourbon whiskey.
Well,
whiskey bourbon. And
I know that it's.
Go ahead.
I was going to say that it's retail, like the retail price is $89, and it's only sold in select stores in the U.S. and you can buy it on the Sir Davis website. But
it'll probably be better in mixed drinks, like you say, like the old.
Yeah, I drink old fashioned when I'm out and about. But
I think whiskey is an acquired taste, though.
It is.
A lot of people do drink whiskey. I'm just not a whiskey drinker. Well, I was going to ask, whatever happened to that other whiskey brand? I know they were suing the lady at one point. Whatever happened with that? Did they finish it? Uncle Nearest.
Uncle Nearest.
Oh, that's a lot.
Oh, Uncle Nearest. That was like a month ago, Charlamagne. Like I know that they like moved her out as owner.
Wow, and I drank Uncle Nearest too.
I was just curious.
Yeah, I would have to look that up, Envy. But I just remember the last article that I saw. I sent it to you guys, but I think I was like a week or so late. I didn't even know that it had happened, that they had moved her out as owner.
Hey man,
because everything was happening.
All I asked was Sir Davis sell. That's all I wanted to know. That's all I didn't know how we got here. I just want to ask a simple question.
Yeah, I can't answer the sales numbers, but people are celebrating this though, because with Beyonce buying out Moet's stake in the company, it is now a fully black woman owned brand. So just celebrate.
Nice, congratulations.
Yeah. So Kanye West, so Larry Jackson from Gamma, who is, they're working with Kanye West now. He was doing a live conversation at on a panel, and during that conversation, he decided to pick up the phone and call Kanye West, because Kanye West has been celebrating a lot of victories with Bully. Let's take a listen to Kanye.
Yeah, I just wanted to thank y'all so much for getting behind this on this journey. These number ones mean even more than the graduations and the Watch the Thrones and all the number ones before, because as you know, like a year into the project, I went into an episode. So this right here is a celebration and a victory, a success story of people who deal with mental health crises, to be able to come out of it and actually have number one records with all the things that were done, with all the things that were said, and for you guys to be so forgiving and so supportive just means the world to me.
Listen, man, I hope Kanye West is getting mentally healthy. I hope this silence we've heard from Kanye West, has been him actually doing the work on himself. I hope he has a handle on his mental health episodes. I really do.
Yeah, I do as well too. I want to mention in this year, Bully hit #1 globally on Spotify and Apple Music with over 264 million first week streams.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it set a lot of other records for him as well. And I saw that he set records across SoFi Stadium for ticket sales as well too. So he's been having a successful career musically. But I do think it's important that he gets everything else together. But he sounds good.
Better.
Like he sounds like he's kind of taking some time. So Yeah. Now in other music news, so yesterday LaToya Luckett, she was celebrating 20 years of her debut album, and amidst that celebration, her and her manager were having a conversation on a video conference, and they began to talk about kind of some of the struggles that they went through when she was putting out this debut album. Let's take a listen.
We fought through a lot of hate. When your record went to radio, there was a call put in that if you play that record, you won't get no more records from this group.
I was not privy to that information.
Yes. There was a mandate called up to the radio stations. Do not play that record.
You know
and
that.
Remember when songwriters were getting paid?
Yep.
We sent a certain writer $20,000 to do a record. I'll say the name, Sean Garrett.
Yep.
Sean called me and was like, yo, bro, I can't do that record. I said, what the are you talking about? You can't do the record. You got the money. I went down to Atlanta, went in the studio with him. I was like, Sean, what are you doing? What are you talking about? You can't do this record. He was like.
But you know what? At the end of the day, Sean is very successful.
No, that's my man. I love him to death. He was honest with me. He was like,
incredible records for some incredible artists. And as a matter of fact, he actually had to look me in my face and he told me the reason why, and he also was very apologetic.
Apologetic about what?
I don't know why it cut off.
He looked her in her eye.
He looked her in her eye. It was like the lead up and it just stopped. Because I was wondering if it was asked to be blackballed or if he just did it because he was working with them and didn't want to be in the middle of it. Because there's two different things,
So I've heard conversations on both sides. I've heard other writers and producers speak out and say that they allege that there were people that were telling them that you couldn't work with both groups, but it wasn't like a hey we don't want a person saying you're not able to. It's just you had to kind of pick and choose who were the girls that you were going to focus on during this time. And then I've also heard people say that because the brand, and people think that this is a lot of people are pointing to Mr. Matthew Knowles and Destiny Child's team. They're trying to pin it on them. I saw Mr. Matthew Knowles post something, but LaToya Luckett commented under it with hearts. He posted this a day ago, and it was sisterly love, and it was a video of all of the girls hugging or whatever. But people are in the comments wondering if the person that they're talking about calling the radio station and then sending out some of these directives would have been Mr. Matthew Knowles. But
yeah,
I don't know.
There's a total difference to accuse somebody of blackballing you, or the fact that somebody might say, you know what, I work with Beyonce, I work with Destiny's Child, and I don't want to get in the middle of it, so I'm not going to write for you. There's totally two different things.
That album still did well, though.
It did well, yeah.
It did really well.
That album debuted at #1 on the Billboard charts.
Yeah, it still did very well. And Torn was it still is such a big song. You can play that to this day, and that's what she was celebrating. And she was talking about, just taking a chance on herself as a debut artist and what that produced for her, regardless of any of the conversations.
She went gold, if I remember correctly.
I look at Torn like I look at When I See You. Fantasia.
Yeah,
it was
it's
right
like
there.
something you could play regardless of how old it is,
no matter what,
and it still does well. And in the rest of that clip, I don't know why we just didn't keep it there, but she doesn't further explain. She just talks. She changes the subject back, and she talks about how after 20 years, she's just glad to be in a better place because there had always been the conversations about what did and didn't happen for her and the other girls who didn't stay a part of Destiny's Child. So, but congratulations on your 20 years. She's been celebrating that all week.
All right. Well, that is the latest with Loren. Now, when we come back, we got front page news, so don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get to the latest with Loren. I'm sorry. Let's get to some front page news. I seen Loren on the screen. It just made me think of that. Let's get in some front page news. What up, Mimi?
Good morning. Okay, so we start this hour with more than 50 million people across Northwest. They are under flood alerts as powerful storms are bringing heavy rain and damaging winds and life-threatening flash flooding. How is it where you guys are right now?
It was nasty yesterday, and they're talking about it's going to be even worse today. A lot of rain, a lot of flooding, and to me, the last couple of years, it just seems like it's getting worse.
It just looks so gloomy.
It's this thing called climate change. No, that's the thing, right? But when I'm coming from the south, when it thunderstorms, that's what happens. Everything gets dark and black. The thing that be confusing me is when it be dark in one area and then you still see the sun in another.
Right.
That's when I'm like, okay, the weather machine broke. They don't even know what to do no more.
It's real.
Well, the storm has already disrupted travel at major airports, especially there in New York, Newark, and Philadelphia. Delays and cancellations, they happened yesterday, and there are a lot expected, even more today. Here are what stranded passengers, though, were saying yesterday in LaGuardia and Philadelphia. Let's listen.
I'm not feeling frustrated. I'm feeling just a little bit irate. We're stuck here. Literally. I need to go home and go to work. I want to go back to Iowa. I'm probably going to sit here till tomorrow.
Due to weather, hurricane warning, tornado warning, flight was canceled. It was the last flight of the day, too, so we have, nowhere to go. We're all, extremely tired.
I mean, there's nothing you can do in those situations. I mean, when Mother Nature does what it does, it's an act of God. You just can't do nothing but be patient. And there's nothing you can do.
And the sad part about it is, if it's an act of God, the airports, the airlines don't have to give you a hotel.
No.
So sometimes people just got to sleep the night
hotel,
there, 8-9 hours.
I mean, at the airport.
Yeah, you can yell at the airlines. You can yell at the people that work at the airline. There's nothing they can do. What, you want them to put you on your back and start flapping their wings, flapping their arms to get you where they need to go? You can't do it. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah, there's absolutely nothing you can do but wait it out. And in New York City, officials are urging people who live in basement apartments or neighborhoods that have flooded before to prepare now. So Mayor Zohran Mamdani, he is telling residents to pack a to-go bag with medications, important documents, flashlights, batteries, and phone chargers. He's also warning that the dangerous flash flooding can develop quickly, and so the city is opening emergency shelters for anyone who doesn't feel safe staying at home while this storm passes through. So just some information there about that.
I wonder what kind of infrastructure changes need to be made to make sure that the flash flooding doesn't happen like that in these cities.
Yeah. I've been saying that for years because it's the same places that are flooding. The same areas are flooding. It's not like, it's a different area. No, it's the same areas that they get flooded are going to get flooded. In New York, New Jersey, it's always Jersey City flooded. Parts of Brooklyn flooded.
Isn't
we
it
see
because it's dips in the city?
But like you said,
you gotta.
Should they have changed the infrastructure a long time ago? Or fixed it? I mean, we are paying taxes.
Yeah. And now to a major legal settlement that could mark the end of one of the biggest consumer product lawsuits in U.S. history. So after more than a decade of legal battles, 3 failed bankruptcy attempts to solve the claims, Johnson & Johnson has agreed to pay $5.5 billion to settle about 76,000 lawsuits, alleging that its talc-based baby powder and other talc products caused ovarian cancer. So for decades, baby powder has been a household staple for millions of Americans, but thousands of women, they sued later claiming that the use of the product led to ovarian cancer. Johnson & Johnson has denied those allegations, maintaining that its products are safe and they do not contain asbestos. But the settlement, they say, is not an admission of wrongdoing, but the company did stop selling that talc-based baby powder in 2020, and they replaced it with cornstarch version. But the proposed settlement will all people who are suing them. So those 95, what did I say? They were saying 95,000, 76,000 lawsuits. All of those people, 95% have to agree that they'll take the settlement before it becomes final. But it's been a big thing since I've been growing up. I've been hearing about this. What about you guys? Is Johnson & Johnson?
Yeah, since I've been growing up. And that's what we, lived by when we were younger, but we've been heard about the powder.
What are we supposed to do though? Like at some point they just need to say waking up and living causes cancer.
Yep.
Like what doesn't cause cancer nowadays? The air we breathe, every single thing we do, it seems is linked to some type of cancer. Like what are we supposed to do?
Yeah. True. Well, this long-running story, it should be now coming to an end. I know for a long time, you've seen those commercials in the middle of the night, call this 1-800 number. So Johnson & Johnson is now settling that. And I think that is it. Tomorrow, I'm going to talk about this influencer story because I really want I want to hear what you guys have to say about it. It's deeper than just being an influencer, and I want to get to some of the courses that people are going to take at this school. So we'll talk about that tomorrow.
All right. Thank you, Mimi.
Thank you.
Now,
Have
when
a
we
good
come
day.
back, Rashad Robinson will be joining us. He has a new book, From Presence to Power, How to Take on the Fights That Matter and Win.
Yes, a lot of y'all, especially on social media, think your presence on social media equates to real power. It does not. Okay, but Rashad will be here to talk to you about it. His book is incredible.
All right, we'll talk to him next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
Yes, indeed.
We have Rashad Robinson. Welcome, brother.
Thanks for having me. Good morning.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good.
Word.
Yes.
This book, man, From Presence to Power. I got hip to it because I was listening to Native Land Pod with Angela Rye.
Yeah.
And when I loved what she was talking about, so it made me dive into it. I love the title, right? From Presence to Power. And you say that we, black people, confuse presence with power. Can you explain that?
Yeah, presence is visibility, awareness. It's all the things that gets incentivized in this moment. Everything from, followership numbers, shout outs from the stage. Power is the ability to change the rules. And when you mistake presence for power, you can think something has happened that hasn't actually happened. You can mistake a black president for thinking that, we're post-racial. You can mistake our celebrities trending for the idea that, America loves black people as much as America loves black culture. And what we know is that America can love, celebrate, and monetize black culture and hate black people at the same time.
So, for people that don't know who Rashad Robinson is, break down who you are first before you start diving into the book. Who is Rashad Robinson? Where are you from? And then let's talk about how you got into writing this book.
Well, for the last 20 years, I've been building movements. I've been working across the social justice space to help win change on a wide range of issues. I grew up on Eastern Long Island, the last exit on Long Island Expressway, Riverhead, and my family got there through the Great Migration.
Hamptons out there.
Yeah, but my family's like working class. We got there through the Great Migration, the farm fields of like Southern Virginia to the farm fields of Long Island. Okay. And I grew up there where you have to understand power, because just to get anything done, you were black in a largely white community. And very early on, I had to navigate what it meant to live in a world that was not designed for me to win. And I've translated that into the work I do every day. And whether it's working across criminal justice or voting rights or economic justice, I've won a lot of campaigns and we've lost. Along the way, I've recognized that part of the reason why we lose is that we don't recognize the role of power, and we mistake a lot of things that we've achieved, a lot of recognition, for the ability to actually shift the incentives, to shift the rules. And that's what this intervention is about. That's what this book is about. And my hope is that with it, and with the tools inside of it, that it will be applicable for everyday people who just want to find their power in this moment, whether you're fighting a book ban in your community or whether you want to get involved in shaping Congress.
I love the whole from presence to power concept, and I feel that often on social media, like you said. I guess some people would call it, Twitter activism, but just because you're viral and have a presence on social media doesn't mean it's actual power, right? Yeah. So what's the biggest mistake people make by confusing representation with actual power?
We end up not winning real things, or we think we've won something and we can't hold on to it. It slips away very quickly. And so the idea of sort of going viral on platforms that we don't own, designed by people who actually don't want us to win in the first place, is already a setup. There are not rules to these platforms, right? Our cars are not safe because the auto industry is benevolent. They are safe because there are rules and regulation that people have won over time. When you go into the supermarket and you look at the back of a label of a food product, you see a whole bunch of things on it that are a result of people fighting and winning. And so we don't even have rules on social media about how these platforms are designed. And as someone who's fought these platforms and also tried to fight for regulation, I know that they are designed for us to stay on there and fight amongst each other. Right. They are designed, when I testified in front of Congress about, social media platforms, I testified next to the Facebook whistleblower who had all these papers about the ways in which they've set up the algorithms to keep you fighting.
They monetize our emotions.
They monetize it because they can place ads next to it if we stay on longer.
That's right.
If we share more. And so it is by design. And so, you may think that you're making a little bit of money. You may think that you're going viral. But over time, they're going to change the algorithm. The minute that we get a little bit of progress, they're going to change the system. And so what I want to do is I want to help us begin thinking about how we change the environment. And that's not just about corporations. That's also about the Democratic Party, right? I've watched the right wing change how their politicians have to operate, change the incentive structure. And so I'm not here to say we vote just because or we follow just because. I'm saying we have to change the air and the water for the politicians. And that looks like what the right wing has done. They wear their caps and they wear their jerseys. You go into the gym and they will change the channel to Fox News. They have created an incentive where their politicians have to follow them. And I think we have to do some of that as well, because we're not going to be led by those that are currently in office.
Is power morally neutral?
No. Power is not morally neutral. And there are all different types of power. But, when I think about sort of the work to both understand power, build power, and then practice power, it absolutely isn't morally neutral. I mean, we look at what Donald Trump is doing right now, and that looks very different than people that we might put in office. But I think...
But could that power in the right hands be good?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's what we want, right?
That's what we want. Yeah. I mean, we want power. Like, the fact of the matter is that we should strive to have the type of power that changes rules, that changes the incentive structure of the criminal justice system, that changes how banks operate, that changes how things... And we've won things over time, and then we can sometimes lose them, and we can sometimes have backlash. The backlash that we're experiencing right now is a direct result of what we've won. We won a lot of things over the course of 2017, 2016, into 2020, and now we're experiencing backlash. But
do we want that power, right? We talk about it, but do we really want it, right?
Hell
I'm going to tell you, we say we want it, right? We talk about the social media app, right? And you just talked about the app that we're all on that we don't own, that's not designed for us. There's a brother that owns a social media app, and we don't support... A lot of us, a lot of us do, but the community doesn't support it like we support these other apps, Facebook or Instagram or X, right? You look at HBCUs, we do support them, but we don't go all out for our HBCUs like they go out for all these other schools out there. We say we want it, but when it comes to somebody in our community that designs it, it takes a lot for us to follow.
To support,
to support.
Absolutely. I mean, and that's also by design. We live in a society that does send us constant messages to, perhaps not support one another, to fight amongst each other. Part of what I've done with this book and tried to do with this book is there's 9 exercises at the end of the chapters, because there's a lot of theory and there's some definitions, but I wanted everyone at the end of it to be able to do something that I talk about as find your power. So it's about finding your power in the singular. And through those, you can take the exercises and really sort of dig into sort of what do I have at my disposal? What am I not using? What am I not sort of leaning into? And then how do I find my power in the plural? How do I sort of understand my people, find my people? And I do want us to ask those questions and dig into those questions, perhaps about what am I not supporting? What am I not leaning into? How do I engage differently? We don't need everyone for the march. The civil rights movement, not everyone marched, not everyone engaged. We need enough of the right people focused on enough of the right things in order to actually make the type of change possible. And when we win, that is reinforcing. More people will follow, more people will engage. And I think that is part of, the work of disrupting this current trend that we're in, the current challenges that we're facing.
You talk about magical thinking.
Yeah.
What? Can you break that down?
Magical thinking is sort of the stories that we tell ourselves that are not true. Like, if you're not at the table, you're on the menu. You can be both at the table and on the menu at the same time. The stories like the moral arc of history bends towards justice. We actually have to bend it. Donald Trump is a perfect example that it doesn't just bend. It's not automatically, progress doesn't automatically happen. But there are all these stories that we're almost incentivized to believe that can sometimes, keep us tired or relaxed or not sort of on our front foot about what is happening in the world. And magical thinking is part of one of the reasons why I wrote this book, because after the 2016 election, I was going to all these meetings and watching people act like they did not just get surprised by a Trump victory and were acting like they knew what to do now that he was in office. And I was watching people walk into the Trump election like it was George W. Bush 3.0, designing what they were going to do next, not thinking that we were walking into an authoritarian regime. And many of the people who lost really badly were trying to then show up as the resistance. And even watching, going to the Obama White House as they were sort of wrapping up, going to meetings about criminal justice, and they were celebrating things that they were just announcing. And I was like, Jeff Sessions is about to become the Attorney General. How is any of this safe? And they were like, well, we've made the type of culture change. We've changed things. And they actually obviously didn't. And so going to those meetings, going to meetings with Chuck Schumer and Senator Schumer, and having him say to me and other activists, don't worry about Jeff Sessions becoming Attorney General. I can work with him. We work out together in the gym. Right? Those were the things that we were hearing. And it was just one more recognition that we needed to not just run campaigns. And over those years, I ran campaigns. I led the largest boycott in American history, taking on Facebook. I led campaigns to force credit card companies to stop processing fees for white nationalist groups. But we actually had to change some of the ways that people think about power. And the goal here is to make that intervention in ways that people can understand and people can use. And whether you're just starting out, just wondering what you can do, or whether you're a seasoned activist, I think there's something in here for everyone.
Do you think in 2026, with all of the performative stuff that you see in activism, we actually have the leaders that will make the real change you're talking about and not just get stuck in a performative, like in a real way?
Yeah. I think part of what we have to recognize is that we need more people on the playing field. This cannot be about expecting some leader, individual leader, an elected leader to show up. What I hope is that more people recognize their role to play and their role in pushing back, and more people have the tools to, understand the difference between what's real and what's fake. And my goal is to try to unlock that for folks, because I think if we're waiting for an elected leader to come and save us, it's just not going to happen. And what I've seen on the right is that over the last, 10, 15 years, they have forced their elected leaders to have to change. They've taken people out, made people actually have to change. And what we've watched is politicians who were once considered perhaps institutionalists, like they would follow the rules, have to bend and change, things that were once kind of sacred insider rules, they've changed and they've shaped, but they've shaped it as a result of the people on their side expecting something different. And so I think for us, particularly for Black people, we have to demand something different from our elected leaders. And I'm talking about the leaders that look like us and the leaders that don't look like us. But if you come to our community and ask for our vote, we have to expect you to do something different. And we have to expect you to engage differently. And I think that is going to be part of the work moving forward if we're going to get anything different out of our politicians.
Now, how do you feel about, you look at, let's say, Donald Trump, how he uses his power right now? He uses his in a negative way, but he uses his power.
100%.
I feel like regardless who's in office, we never use our power the way he uses his. He's going to take care of home. He's going to take care of ours. I feel like we have to beg for that. Beg for somebody to say this isn't right. Beg, because I think we a lot of times look at, that's not right. What are they going to think? Well, he just first day signing and throwing pens in the stands.
We have a lot. We play by an old set of rules that were not designed for us to win. And I think Donald Trump has proven that you can disrupt those rules. I remember back during the Obama administration, I was working with a group of formerly incarcerated leaders, and we were working to ban the box that gets, you have to check for employment that says, were you incarcerated or not? And if you check the box that you've been incarcerated, you don't get the job. If you lie, you get the job, and then a month later they find out. And so these leaders, we built this campaign. We had tens of thousands of people sign petitions. We show up to the White House. We are out in front of the White House with the petitions. And we did not have a meeting at the White House, but they called and they said, we want you guys to come in. And then they said, we want you, Rashad, to come in. And I was like, I'm not the leader of this effort. I'm just the person that helped build the technology and the petition, but these folks have been working on this campaign for years. Well, we can't clear them to come into the White House because they are formally incarcerated. And I said, well, I won't go into the meeting. And they said, well, we'll tell people that you decided not to go into a meeting at the White House. I said, well, I will be on the Amtrak back to New York this afternoon, one way or the other. And they found a way, with all the rules that they said they couldn't, they found a way to invite the leaders in. Folks like Norris Henderson and others went into that meeting. They told stories to Valerie Jarrett and others around what it meant to be denied the ability to take care of their families. They told very clear, compelling stories. I was not in the room. I was on the train like I said I was going to be. And in 48 hours later, they put an executive order out to deal with that issue at the federal level. But had we just played by the rules, had I went in that meeting, there's no way in the world I would have told as compelling of a story. It would have been a performative act of a professional activist going in. Instead, so over and over again, what I've learned is that you don't take the first offer. You push back. If you want to change the rules, then you have to make a different type of demand. And I do think that if we are going to not just be present, but be powerful, then we have to sort of recognize that rules are oftentimes designed for us to lose. And part of it is that we have to change those rules.
Algorithms, right? They shape attention now. Are social media companies the most powerful, I want to say political institution, but just institution in America that nobody voted for?
I mean, the technology that can bring us into the future is dragging us into the past. I look at all of the ways in which the technology, you think about AI and algorithms that can decide whether or not you get to rent an apartment, can decide whether or not you get a callback for a job. And these, by design, can get around all the civil rights laws that we've fought for. The lack of regulation on these platforms has to absolutely change. And this is a problem that we face by both Democrats and Republicans. I have been in the room when Democrats could have moved legislation forward, and they, didn't. We are in a time right now where we did not get regulation during the sort of rise of the social media age, right? And people said, oh, it helped get Obama elected. It gave us Arab Spring. It gave us all these moments. And then we saw the ways in which the technology was used in the 2016 election. We saw foreign interference. We saw all the ways that we've talked about earlier around how the algorithms incentivize people to sort of be their worst selves.
The cloud capital is conflict.
It's conflict, and right, sometimes people will respond, oh, this is about freedom of speech. But tech companies are deciding what gets amplified. This is not freedom of speech. This is about what they decide to push forward. And so during sort of the height of some of that work, back in 2017 through sort of 2020, 21, I was running campaigns against Facebook, trying to take them on, and some of the other platforms. And we were winning some stuff along the way. We got some victories. We called for a civil rights audit. We got a civil rights audit at Facebook. And, what was really interesting is while that happened, while we were sort of in these conversations, the New York Times found out that Facebook had hired this PR firm to attack me and the organization. And they were placing stories, to try to undermine what we were doing, even though they were saying that they were coming to the table in good faith. That forced Facebook to actually have to deal with us differently. And so I ended up moving from talking to senior level folks to having to go directly to being in conversation with Mark Zuckerberg and Sheryl Sandberg on a regular basis. I remember the first time I went out to Menlo Park to their offices, they wanted me to sign an NDA. And I was like, no, you all were attacking us. So they gave me a big badge that said no NDA on it, and wore no NDA. Wow. But I talk about in the book that I learned very clearly the difference between being in a dialogue and a negotiation. Your opponent wants to keep you in a dialogue. They want to keep you talking. They want to say, we were talking to those black folks. How often do you see that? We had a meeting. It was a constructive meeting. A dialogue is just their way of placating you. It's their way of being present. A negotiation is when you have leverage. When they either want something from you or want you to stop doing something. that's when you have actual power. Now, you may not win everything in a negotiation, but that's when you are on the path to change. And I think for all of us, we have to look at our leaders and our organizations who are representing us. Are they in constant dialogue or are they in negotiation? Are we getting $100,000 check from an organization that's spending $100 million to keep us down? Those are the type of questions that allow us to recognize, is something moving us in the right direction or is something holding us back? And I think far too often we are mistaking dialogues, conversations with those that are not on our side for actual negotiations where we have the leverage to change rules that will make a difference.
I know I keep going back to social media, but it's because I feel like that's where we have a large presence that we think is power, but it's actually not. So when I've been reading a lot about techno-feudalism.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And how the new ruling class is these algo bosses, the Musk and the Zuckerbergs and the Sam Altmans. And we know how they're using social media to misinform and disrupt and consolidate power. But yet we're still on those platforms. And a lot of times when I talk to people about why they're still on those platforms, they say they feel like that's where they can get their messaging out, right? Can the same tools used to oppress also be used to advance justice and get us power?
It depends on how we use it, right? You know, television and movies were not designed for our liberation, but there are ways in which certain types of content advance things. I mean, you think about Birth of a Nation, which was one of the first movies.
1915.
And so there's a history on all these platforms. So I think it's not being fooled to think that by the design of these platforms alone is going to produce sort of justice. It's recognizing how we're using them and how they are using us. And, you know, I met with Elon Musk right after he bought then Twitter. And, you know, there was all this talk, right? Black Twitter. You know, we had helped to make this company profitable. And all along the way, we had been winning changes at the platform, content moderation, other things that were heading into the 2022 election. And then I had to sit in this meeting with this, you know, white South African who I think I've never heard him talk about what he feels about Mandela or Desmond Tutu or anyone else, which only makes you know what he actually thinks about them, because any white South African would probably tell a black person, I was with Mandela. And so you know that this person, he's talking about how he wants to make Twitter fun again. He's talking about how he wants to make it a public square. All of that, for me, was coded language from this sort of South African. Had we won regulation, had we won rules, government rules, structural rules, all of that would have looked much different. And so I am not interested in sort of begging billionaires or begging tech giants to treat us well. I think we actually have to build more power over our elected leaders and our elected officials, create a world of consequence if they don't do it. Because I do know, had we been able to create more consequence for the elected officials that did not get us regulation, we would have gotten regulation and rules. And part of what I recognize in all of this is that we have to operate differently if we want different things.
From presence to power. I could sit here with a million more questions.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, pick up his book if you're out and about today. Rashad Robinson, thank you for joining us this morning.
From presence to power. How to take on the fights that matter and win.
And thank you for joining us, bro.
Thank you for having me.
It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get to the latest with Loren.
What you want to know?
Latest with Loren LoRosa.
Because you particularly are bringing the energy to mainstream radio, to black radio.
That sources trusted.
Did you hear that exclusive?
Loren. I'm the homegirl that knows a little bit about everything and everything.
She be having the latest on things.
You ask the questions that need to be answered.
On the Breakfast Club.
If little brown girls look at you and go, I want to be like you.
LL Cool, baby.
Talk to me.
To me.
All right, y'all. So Prince's Purple Rain will be making its debut on Broadway. So
I can't wait.
This is set to take place. So the official opening will be in March of 2027, March 12th, 2027. But there will be some previews that take place in April. Now, this news comes and coincides along with the 42nd anniversary of the release of the original Purple Rain film, which hit theaters in July of 1984. Now you guys know that Prince, he worked with a lot of different music collaborators during his time, but there are two people that will actually go on to be a part of this Broadway set that they're going to be doing, although that there's been like a full creative team switch. So Bobby Z and Morris Hayes are going to continue as the music advisors on this Broadway play. For those who don't know, Bobby Z was Prince's drummer for almost a decade, and he actually appeared in the Purple Rain original film. And Hayes was his keyboardist for nearly 2 decades. But again, there is going to be some other creatives that have been newly put into place. And as of right now, there's no word on casting, but that, is to be announced as far as, who's playing what and who's playing who. And the log line, of course, is going to follow the 1984 film, which was very successful for Prince. And of course, the soundtrack. Now, there are some press notes out. People are predicting what songs you'll hear. But according to reports, for sure, according to press notes, we'll hear When Doves Cry, I Would Die For You, Take Me With You, The Beautiful Ones, and they're promising a ton of other songs as well.
Oh, The Beautiful Ones. That's my jam.
I mean, yeah, all of that was on Purple Rain. I know one thing. Drop on the clues bombs for Purple Rain. I can't wait. If you've ever seen MJ the Musical, which I've seen twice on Broadway, that was incredible.
Yep.
So I can only imagine what Prince Purple Rain is going to be like on Broadway.
I
can't wait.
I can't wait to see it too. I seen Michael Jack. I seen the Michael 3 times. I seen it on Broadway. I enjoyed it. So like you said, I can't wait to see it.
All I need is a reason. All right, I love when Broadway does new plays because it gives you a reason to step out to do Broadway. It's only but so many times you can see Lion King. I'm going to see a Broadway play tomorrow too, by the way.
Is MJ the Musical still on?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I got to see.
I went last month.
When you walk out the building, you see the signs all on down in the street.
Yeah. No, now they're promoting something else. It's like some other big play that's coming. So I haven't seen MJ before the musical.
Well, yeah. Well, there's going to be a lot of music, a lot of good performances, over 20 songs. I saw like 20 to 40 songs will be included in the scoring for the film, for the Broadway play. So this
who is going to play Prince? Do we know? Do we see? Or
I haven't seen any details about the casting yet. I'm seeing that is to be announced. All I'm seeing is like director, people that are going to be working on the music advisor side, those type of things. But I haven't seen any names as far as the actors yet.
Okay, that'd be nice if he had a nephew. That could play him. That'd be nice.
Okay. Well, in other news,
yes, his nephew didn't play him in the play.
Gotcha.
Well, in other news, the WNBA, I heard you guys talking about Angel Reese this morning. So there was news that broke that the WNBA All-Star Game in Chicago shattered attendance records with 19,783 fans in attendance. And
that's why I was on like goddamn traffic in Chicago, and I had shows over the weekend. It was crazy.
You knew that.
Shut up.
In comparison, they say that the NBA hosted 15,973 fans. I am noting though that the WNBA tickets, I know Reggie pointed this out to me, some of them start as low as like $60, but the attendance was shattered. I mean, not the attendance. Yeah, the attendance was shattered. And viewership, and this has been a conversation for within the season, how well their viewership was doing and how this has been a big viewership year for the WNBA as well too.
Why did they mention the ticket prices? Did they say the ticket prices weren't that high?
Well, we were talking about it in the room, and I think that Red was just mentioning it because, people's the affordability of being able to purchase the tickets. Is
affordable tickets do help, but there's a huge interest in the WNBA. The WNBA puts out a great product. So if you're putting out a great product and it's affordable, of course people going to show up. And WNBA got more star power than it's ever had. At this point.
Absolutely.
100%. I think a lot of people too are like it's like on the court, but it's like off the court as well too. Like I know people are like anything Angel Reese does goes crazy. I know she did the Barbie drop.
What? Because you want attention.
Now you just want attention.
You coughing in my area.
That wasn't that. It was my juice, man.
And you're doing this to distract from the WNBA.
The juice went down the
road. That was disgusting. Okay, you're doing that on purpose.
I did not. What?
Horrible.
Continue, Lauren.
I was just saying that the girls are getting a lot of love off the court as well too, like their business ventures. Like we're always talking about things that Aja Wilson is doing, Angel Reese as well. I know a lot of them have like their own podcasts and stuff like that. So it's like a full circle.
They're sleeping with each other. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of salaciousness.
I'm not being messy. I wasn't gonna bring that one up. But I saw that trending though.
It's a lot of salaciousness going on. You know what I'm saying? It's controversy. It's a lot of things that help to sell product.
Period.
Okay.
It's everything it should be. Yes, everything it should be. And that Barbie that Angel Reese dropped, the Bayou Barbie, is what is nicknamed because of, what she calls herself. It did drop during last weekend when LeBron James announced his announcement. So I heard you talking about that this morning too, Charlamagne.
Congratulations.
But yeah, the Barbie is there. It's a signature doll.
It's a limited edition. I need to order. I'm going to order it.
Yeah, it's a signature doll, and they're coining it as her latest example of her impact beyond the WNBA. So congratulations, and it's with Mattel.
I wanted to call and say that we didn't report on it, but also she hasn't heard a lot about it. But it was literally because that news dropped the same day that LeBron announced he was going to the Sixers. So the Sixers that dominated the headline.
Well, not only that, did you watch the All-Star game?
No, I didn't. I had showed
Lauren?
No, I didn't watch it. No, I didn't watch the All-Star game. I did see, though, I will say, over the weekend, I saw it all throughout the timeline. Like, I saw Angel Reese's outfit. I saw Gabrielle Union and I think Angel Reese and them, like, doing, like, the selfies. I saw people there, but I didn't watch the game.
Into the game, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I also don't understand why they had it on a Saturday night. They should have been on like a Sunday, like the NBA All-Star game comes on Sunday.
Right?
Yeah,
because they do the slam dunk contest on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, the surge in all these numbers that we're talking about is being credited to an increased investment in strategic marketing around the WNBA, which I think they deserve. So,
and the product is great. The WNBA is a great sport.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I like watching women's basketball, preferably women's college basketball, but because I've watched so many of those players in college, I watch the WNBA now, and it's a great product. Them girls be balling. I was watching the Fever and Storm last night.
Nice.
I was going to say, Charlamagne, remember we had the two young ladies that were being drafted on The Breakfast Club?
Yeah, Raven Johnson and Tania.
Yes.
Tanaya.
Yeah, so I will say, like, as I'm like learning WNBA and things, right? Like starting with watching the girls from high school to college. No, listen to what I'm about to say. So I feel like
I don't know what you're about
I feel like the investment starts in high school and college, right? And then you watch them as they go on into the WNBA. But I'm learning that. Goodness. No, let me finish what I'm saying, y'all. Like, because I didn't watch the All-Star game, but what I was going to say is that I feel like when you're really invested, I give up.
No.
Thank you. We're just trying to figure out what you're trying to say here.
You won't let me say it. All I was trying to say is that it's hard to become a fan right when they get to the WNBA.
Just watch the 49ers and see LeBron play this year, okay? That's all I need to
do. No, don't do that. I know that LeBron playing for the Sixers.
I get what you're saying, but that's not true. You can watch a player as soon as they get to the WNBA. Like if you never watched Olivia Miles ever in college, but you watched her in the WNBA, you would be like, damn, she getting busy.
You're not only that. A lot of people only watch the professional. They don't watch college a lot of times. They start to get to college more and more and more. But when I first watched the NBA, I didn't know what college they went to.
You will have more of an emotional investment if you've been watching a person since high school and college. Yes, I understand.
I feel like that with Angel Reese, like following her career. Every time something happens, I'm happy for her because I remember watching like all the pushback she would get and things people would say about her and like where she is now. So I was just talking about how you can. I get now. I'm understanding sports fans a bit more.
That's nice.
That's it. That's all I was saying.
Doing great.
That latest for
just keep supporting the 49ers, all right? And watch LeBron play. Shut up. Donkey today. We're giving you donkey too.
That's so great, man. Jess said, you're doing good, honey.
Thank you, Jess. I'm fighting for my life these last 48 hours. I'm
fighting yourself. That's the funny part.
She do be fighting herself. She be fighting herself. And speaking of fighting himself, Stephen McCarthy was masturbating in a gym, and we need to talk to him. He needs to come to the front of the congregation. We like to have a word with him, okay?
What?
As you put lotion on your head.
Right.
All right?
Right.
That's
okay.
We'll get to it next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Made it. It's time for Donkey of the Day.
There's a bunch of donkeys out here in these streets.
I'd make Donkey of the Day.
Called Donkey of the Day. It really caught me off guard.
We live a life where we bite our tongue based off who we may offend. We never would say anything.
Charlamagne, give it to him. Give it to him.
You are a donkey.
That is why Charlamagne is here.
Some donkey today just saw themselves.
On the Breakfast Club.
Okay, Charlamagne, who you giving Donkey of the Day to today?
Donkey of the Day for Wednesday, July 29th goes to a 35-year-old Allentown, Pennsylvania man named Stephen McCarthy. Now, this story came to my attention because one of our producers / board op, DJ Red was complaining about naked men in the gym. And Red isn't a complainer. So when Red came in, I don't know if it was last week or this week. Was that last week or this week, Red?
Last week.
It was last week, right?
Last week.
But when he came in complaining about naked men in the gym, I knew it had to be serious, okay? Red said he wanted to build a wall around naked men in the gym, okay? He said there is no country for old men in the gym. And we've all been there, okay? Working out in the gym and seeing an old white man in the locker room with what seems to be a hairy clit. All right, just a patch of gray hair and nothing else, but he's just as free as he can be, okay? They have gotten to the age where they have lost all self-consciousness and sense of physical vulnerability regarding their aging bodies, okay? Not to mention, Those old men grew up in an era where societal norms were different, okay? Older generations grew up where public nudity in the gym and school locker rooms, it was completely normal, okay? But F all that. I don't really care. When you get to that age, 70s, 80s, you still got the energy to go to the gym, get naked. All right, I don't give a damn. You earned it. All right, decades of life strip away anxiety about body shape and wrinkles and judgment from peers. Let your Jurassic junk hang, man. Okay, I don't give a damn. Now, I'm saying all that to say, the male locker room in the gym is not a sexy place. Okay, that's the picture I wanted to paint. So I have absolutely no idea why Stephen McCarthy turned into a freaky-ass Ninja 69 god and decided to go into self-service mode in the gym locker room. Yes, Stephen McCarthy was hit with some charges, including, but not limited to, indecent exposure after police were called to Superset's gym because a man was masturbating inside a bathroom stall. According to reports, Stephen McCarthy was charged with 2 counts misdemeanor simple assault, 1 count summary harassment, and 1 count summary disorderly conduct. Okay, as I just told you, police were called to Superset's gym for a man reportedly masturbating inside a bathroom. Okay, while officers were on the way to the gym, an additional call came in reporting that Stephen McCarthy was allegedly fighting with people in the locker room. Freaky and fighting, okay? 2 men told police they witnessed McCarthy exposing himself in the stall and moaning.
He must have been going in.
You can't wait to get a membership at Superset Gym, can you?
Nah,
you ready to run down there right now?
I'll pass.
When Stephen left the stall, he tried to push through the men and began swinging at them until they wrestled him to the floor. Let's discuss, okay? Stephen McCarthy, let's talk, sir. What's going on? All right, why were you buffing your banana, petting your puppy, playing pocket pool in the men's locker room at Supersets? Now, I'm not judging you. Not at all. All I'm saying is, if you want a silver fox, okay, if you want a sugar granddaddy, just say that, okay? I mean, you must suffer from a word that I can't pronounce, but I'm going to try anyway. Gerontophilia. No. Gerontophilia. That's it. Gerontophilia. I think I said that right. But I'm going to tell you what it is. It's the clinical term for a primary sexual or romantic attraction to people of advanced age. If you in a men's locker room, okay, at a gym, and you get horny, you a different breed. Okay, you a different breed. I mean, he's probably got a picture of a bunch of U.S. senators on his wall. He probably runs a one-man offense and makes a personal deposit every time he sees a picture of Mitch McConnell. And then he had the nerve, the unmitigated gall, after playing tug-of-war with himself. He comes out the stall and tries to push through a group of men and began swinging at them with closed fists until they wrestled him to the ground. First of all, you can't go from hand to gland combat to hand combat. Second of all, who are these freaks that was standing outside his stall? Okay, if I hear someone moaning from a stall, I'm probably going to mind my business, okay? I'm damn sure not going to be standing outside his stall, okay, and have him push through me, all right? Could y'all at least let the man wash his hands? This guy is swinging on you with white sticky stuff on his hands. He thinks he's Peter Parker, okay? And he had to be wrestled to the ground. All I can think is if they held him until the police came, he never got a chance to wash his hands. Just baby gravy everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, Stephen, if you enjoy, clearing your pipes around a bunch of men, you did something that sent you to a facility that will ensure you get to do just that. Please give Stephen McCarthy the sweet sounds of the Hamiltons.
Oh, now you are the donkey.
We playing a game?
Of the day. Ooh, you are the donkey.
Excuse me, sir.
Of the day.
We playing a game?
Yeehaw.
Well, we can't play a game because I don't know what race he is, and I don't think it matters. He's clearly Spider-Man. Yeah, white sticky stuff on his hands, and he was fighting people.
But how hard was he going in if you could hear him?
Yeah.
Moaning.
That's crazy.
Reg, you was in what was your complaint about the male locker room, Reg?
I just feel like too many younger dudes, or even just people in middle age, walking around naked too comfortably. Like you're not. If you're over 70, then you should be covering up. I mean, you shouldn't have to cover up. But if you're younger than that, I feel like you should try to cover up a little bit.
You want somebody to see you. If you're younger than that, you want
Steven
all the guys in there to see you.
Steven said, no, I don't want y'all covering up.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Eddie just sent me a picture because I think he lived close to Allentown. So
Shut up.
You might know this
got a
guy
picture?
personally.
Stupid.
I don't know what this is. Yeah.
Let me see. Let me see.
I'm showing you.
Oh, you got a screen
He could be.
protector.
I don't want to say what I'm thinking.
He could be
it's racist.
Latino. He could be a white or Latino.
It's giving.
He
Yeah,
might be
it's
mixed.
definitely like. Yeah, I don't know. Latino, Caucasian.
Yeah, Latino,
Latino. Yeah.
I wanted to play a game.
You don't think he look a little halal truck?
All right, thank you for that donkey today.
I don't think so. I don't know.
That's y'all fault because y'all kept talking. couldn't think of nothing else to say. I'm sorry, guys. I told you I told you I wanted to say something, but it sounded racist. But didn't I tell y'all it was going to sound racist? I told y'all it was going to sound racist. I know myself.
Y'all call me Lil Riri.
I know myself. I know myself.
Short Riri.
I'm just saying I know myself.
That wasn't even a race. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what I mean.
I know. I don't know what you mean. Let's keep it moving.
Exactly.
All right, thank you for that donkey today. This
Yes,
guy's
indeed.
crazy.
Yes, indeed.
800-585-1051. Now, yesterday, what's the young lady's name that does the podcast with
Sarah Fontenot.
That's not her name.
Yes, it is.
Sarah, who does the podcast. Fontenot. Salute to Sarah. Yeah, she was doing her podcast, and she was talking about the term happy wife, happy life. And this is what she said.
Women have such dysregulated emotions that they'll say, I'm leaving this thing because I'm not happy. What the hell does that mean? And this whole like woke community, this I need to feel seen, heard, and I need to be acknowledged 100% of the time. That's why you're single. Sarah, if you think a person is supposed to get you 100% of the time, if you think that a person is supposed to make you happy 100% of the time, stay single. Don't get married.
Sarah.
Don't date. Don't even get to know anybody because you don't even make yourself happy 100% of the time. How do you expect a man to do this?
Sarah.
I'm so sick and tired of it. What? You keep Sarah in me. What?
Isn't it important for men to be happy in their relationships?
It's the most important.
There are large amounts of men that will disagree with you.
No, I think large amounts of men have gotten conditioned to feeling like their happiness doesn't matter. But that whole happy wife, happy life is BS. It's happy spouse, happy house.
Let's go,
if
Sarah.
you aren't looking at it from a space of we are here to serve each other, that's why 2 out of 3 marriages end in divorce.
That's Sarah Fontenot from the It's Given podcast.
I totally agree with everything she said. I get it. She said, you keep Sarah-ing me, because the lady kept saying Sarah.
Oh, Sarah gonna stir it up. You hear me? Dropping the clues bombs for Sarah.
She was very passionate about what she said, and I totally agree.
Yeah, Sarah Fontenot. Salute to Sarah.
So what's the question? Is Sarah right, and how right is she?
Let's just open up the phone line, see what people think. 800-585-1051. But yes, I think Sarah is absolutely positively right. Yes, you should feel happy wife, happy life, but your wife should feel happy husband, whatever it is.
Happy spouse, happy house.
Yeah, that's what it should be. Both sides should try to make the other side happy. That's what it is, regardless.
That's a conversation that a lot of women don't want to talk about. They like to stay away from that because, men have been conditioned to think that their happiness don't matter. We hear it every year on Thanksgiving. It's about my wife, and I don't really get anything for Father's Day or Valentine's Day or on my birthday. It's all about catering to your woman. A lot of women got that mindset. It's not right.
Yeah, but you know what, too? And we'll talk about it when we come back. But my wife, at the beginning of each year, after New Year's, she always says, what can I do to make your life easier? What can I do to help you make your life easier?
Yeah.
Is it, do you need more sleep? Do you want me to do this? Do you want me to do that? And then I do the same for her. That's what a happy relationship, happy marriage should be.
But also, when we say happy wife, happy life, I've never taken that as just my wife, is supposed to be happy. The reality is, I want to make her happy because she makes me happy.
Right.
Correct.
If she don't make me happy, I don't give a damn. What about the happy life for her? Well, no, I'm just saying.
No, you want it to be reciprocated.
The reason we say happy wife, happy life is because clearly your wife is doing something to you that makes you want to continue to make her happy.
Right.
Exactly.
Let's discuss. We'll take your calls when we come back. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Steady calling my phone.
It's topic time. Call 800-585-1051 to join into the discussion with the Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, if you're just joining us, we're talking about Miss Sarah Fontenot.
From the It's Given podcast.
From the It's Given podcast. Now, she was talking about the term happy wife, happy life, and this is what she said.
Women have such dysregulated emotions that they'll say, I'm leaving this thing because I'm not happy. what the hell does that mean? And this whole like woke community, this I need to feel seen, heard, and I need to be acknowledged 100% of the time. That's why you're single. Sarah, if you think a person is supposed to get you 100% of the time, if you think that a person is supposed to make you happy 100% of the time, stay single. Don't get married.
Sarah.
Don't date. Don't even get to know anybody because you don't even make yourself happy 100% of the time. How do you expect a man to do this?
Sarah.
I'm so sick and tired of it. What? You keep Sarah in me. What?
Isn't it important for men to be happy in their relationships?
It's the most important.
There are large amounts of men that will disagree with you.
No, I think large amounts of men have gotten conditioned to feeling like their happiness doesn't matter. But that whole happy wife, happy life is BS. It's happy spouse, happy house. If you aren't looking at it from a space of we are here to serve each other, that's why 2 out of 3 marriages end in divorce.
10-10, no notes, nothing to debate here, nothing to discuss.
I totally agree.
Sarah let the chopper fly, and she's right.
That's right.
I totally agree with her. There's nothing else to discuss.
You
like, yes,
can't-
as a
yeah.
man, yes, I want my wife to be happy, and my wife wants me to be happy. Like, what else are we talking about?
And then even in the beginning when she was just talking about a woman's happiness, thinking that a man is supposed to be responsible for making you happy 100% of the time. No, that you can't be responsible for somebody else's happiness. You have to. That starts with you. Like what's inside of you.
And the young lady who said that men would disagree, what is there to disagree about?
I have no
happy
idea.
house, happy spouse.
I have
Like
no idea.
there's no man out there that's going to disagree with that logic, you know. But the logic has been one-sided for so long because whenever we hear the term happy wife, happy life, we're acting like that excludes the man.
Yeah.
No, the only reason men are saying happy wife, happy life is because our wives make us happy, so we in turn want to make them happy.
That's
If my
right.
wife ain't making me happy, ain't no life, period. I'm trying to get a divorce or something. That's the truth.
But you're 1,000%.
Right.
Hello, who's this?
It's Malcolm.
Malcolm, what's up? Talk to us. What's your thought, Malcolm?
Hey man, what's good, man? I ain't gonna lie, man. And shout out to Sarah, man. She got a brother feeling good, man. I love to hear women, you know what I mean, supporting the man somewhat, man. I really do.
That's right. Sarah married too, by the way.
I've been married 8 years, man. So I've been feeling like, you know, a lot of social media stuff is what's really got these women really blazing that happy wife, happy life, and not really caring about the men.
That's true.
All right.
I
Thank
believe
you, brother.
that too. A lot of social influence going on.
Hello, who's this?
This is Big Mo from Moco.
Mo from Monk's Corner. What's up, Mo?
Monk's Corner, what's happening?
Charlamagne, what's up, homeboy?
What's up, my brother?
What's up, homeboy?
Hey, what's up? Jess, Envy, how y'all doing?
What's up, baby?
What's up? Talk to us, Mo.
Yo, man, so happy wife is a happy life, but a happy man is God's plan, okay?
Hey.
And I challenge y'all to look up the poem where that actually comes from. Has absolutely nothing to do with the woman.
Okay.
What is it? Happy man is God's plan?
Yeah, that's what he said.
A happy man is God's plan, but if you look up the original poem where that saying comes from, it has to do with a man earning a living to provide a happy life for his family. Has absolutely nothing to do with the woman. You got to keep your family happy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's what I like. That's what I like. I like happy spouse, happy house, man. That's what I like what Sarah said.
Happy house. That's what's up.
Thank you, brother. Hello, who's this?
Yes, this is Leah from Naptown.
Hey, Leah. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi. So my take on it is happy wife is happy life. It's the same thing as happy spouse, happy house. Because when the man come home, he sets the tone. So if he is upset, the wife is naturally going to be mad, upset, nervous. She's going to pass that down to the kids. So then the kids are going to be disruptive or sad or whatever. The energy just the man set the tone. But when that wife is happy, guess what? She makes the husband happy. She makes the kids happy. Everybody is happy. So it's pretty much the same. The way she broke it down is just basically saying the same thing. But yes, happy wife, happy life.
I kind of disagree with what you said, though. Like, just because the man comes home and the man might be in a mood or the man might be angry, you know, the woman can change that. And vice versa. You know what I mean? Your woman
exactly,
might...
but that's the woman doing that. That's not the man setting it.
I said in vice versa. Hey. I said in vice versa.
Yep, in reverse. It's the same.
See, women don't want to listen but so much. I said in vice versa. So that means both parties can do that. So if you might come home and you might be angry and you might be upset, I might calm you down, you know what I mean? Or help you to shift your energy and vice versa. You might do the same for me.
I thought it was vice versa.
But women are more reciprocal than men are because sometimes a woman can come home and then he'll just ignore the fact that she's upset.
Okay.
The woman would actually take into account that, hey, maybe he had a bad day at work.
Why you don't think a man will do that? Why you don't think a man will do that? Have you ever been
Most
in a
time
relationship?
men are not that reciprocal to women's emotions. They're not necessarily paying attention to the fact that maybe this is something, or maybe, and then a lot of times they take it and look at it as anger. It's not necessarily anger. Maybe I'm depressed. Maybe I've been in the house all day dealing with the kids. I don't want to necessarily be happy right now. But at the same time,
but that's still you being responsible for your happiness as well. Like, you know, you can't blame him. You can't get upset with him because he can't read your mind. That's communication. You got to talk to him so he can know how to best aid you. You know what I mean? And vice versa.
It's not necessarily a blame. It's not necessarily a blame. Basically, what I'm saying is that the tone is always set by that person. And it's how you produce the results of that tone.
Yeah, no, I think the term "happy wife, happy life" only signals out women, right?
Yeah,
but happy spouse, happy house, I think that's a relationship. That's a bond. That's something a lot different. But anyway,
and yes, no one person can set the tone because you don't have to receive that person's energy.
Right.
Even if my wife or myself comes in the house and I'm in a mood. Now it's time for some me time. I got to go be by myself for a moment before I come and bring that energy to my family.
Exactly, and that's you making sure that you can make yourself happy before you go and project whatever you got going on the house.
I got to regulate my own emotions.
Exactly.
Now, if you're just joining us, we're talking about Sarah. Let me get her name.
Sarah
right.
Fontenot from the It's Giving podcast. Stop playing with Big Sarah.
Sarah Fontenot.
Okay,
I want to make sure. That's all I want to make sure.
Sarah was at the Black Effect Podcast Festival this year.
Yeah, I met Sarah there.
Doing her thing behind the scenes. She interviewed you, I think.
Yeah,
didn't she?
We had a long conversation with Sarah.
Amazing.
So we're asking. Well, this is what she said.
I don't hear nothing. Boy,
women have such dysregulated emotions that they'll say, I'm leaving this thing because I'm not happy. What the hell does that mean? And this whole like woke community, this I need to feel seen, heard, and I need to be acknowledged 100% of the time. That's why you're single. Sarah. If you think a person is supposed to get you 100% of the time, if you think that a person is supposed to make you happy 100% of the time, stay single. Don't get married.
Sarah.
Don't date. Don't even get to know anybody because you don't even make yourself happy 100% of the time. How do you expect a man to do this?
Sarah.
I'm so sick and tired of it. What? You keep Sarah in me. What?
Isn't important for men to be happy in their relationships?
It's the most important.
There are large amounts of men that will disagree with you.
No, I think large amounts of men have gotten conditioned to feeling like their happiness doesn't matter. But that whole happy wife, happy life is BS. It's happy spouse, happy house. If you aren't looking at it from a space of we are here to serve each other, that's why 2 out of 3 marriages end in divorce.
How can you argue with that?
Hello?
Big Sarah, not the little one.
Good morning.
Sarah Fontenot. It's Giving podcast. Stop playing with her.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sarah.
We agree.
No,
What's up, y'all?
we just wanted to call Sarah because we were playing your clip from the It's Giving podcast and everybody called up here and agreed with you. I don't,
There's a woman on the line right now that says she disagree with you. Said they're looking at it the wrong way. Well, let's listen. Hold on, Sarah.
Can she hear? Will Sarah be able to hear the call?
Yes, she will.
Okay, listen to Sarah.
Tara, you here?
Yeah, this is Tara from Virginia Beach.
Hey, Tara from Virginia Beach. Sarah is actually on the line with us now, and we would love to hear your thoughts on it. So what do you think, Terry?
I honestly disagree with Sarah, and I believe that we are looking at it the wrong way when they say happy wife, happy life. I believe that means if the wife is happy, she makes her husband happy, then the house is happy. And I just believe that Sarah was doing too much.
So, but what about happy spouse, happy house? It should work both ways.
Because the happiness got to start somewhere. You know what I mean?
Okay, well, you both will be happy, because the wife do kind of. I feel the wife set the tone. The other lady said the husband, but I feel like the wife set the tone. And your wife can always make her man happy. You know how to make your man happy, depending on whatever mood he's in.
No, not everybody. Not every woman knows how to make a man
Terry,
happy.
are you married?
You know?
I'm not, but I have been married. And with that being said, what she said at the beginning with these women, that's why you don't have that's why you divorced.
That's why you single.
You said, I'm not happy. No, well, yeah, she said that. I'm not happy, so I'm leaving. It depends on what she mean by that, because ain't nobody staying in a relationship that they're not happy in.
Well, we got Sarah on the phone.
Sarah,
load that chopper. Go.
Yeah, okay, Tara. First of all, thank you so much for chiming in on your opinion. And what I mean by that is when I say happy house, happy spouse, I mean the focus should be that everybody is happy. The focus should not be that only the wife is happy. And I think that we as women live in a delusion, number one, because we expect a woman out of a man when we chose a man. And that's the problem. So when a lot of women are over here saying, like, I'm not happy, why? Because he doesn't talk about the moon, the sun, and the stars? Why? Because he doesn't know how to emotionally connect to you? It's a woman that teaches a man how to do that. Most times through relationships and through experience. So if you're not happy, you're not doing the work, which comes back to us being lazy as women in our relationship, because a lot of us are takers and not givers.
Talk that
Big Sarah. Sarah
Fontenot. Yeah, wait a minute. With that being said, I agree with the part where you said where the woman teaches the man exactly. So therefore, I feel like it does start with the woman. That's why it is important that that woman is happy. And the man has to take some responsibility of making that woman happy. And then I still believe that when that woman is happy in a relationship, then the house is happy.
Terry, may I ask a question?
It's sort of like the same thing.
Thank you, Terry.
I believe it's really the same thing. It's just the way you look at it.
Oh, Sarah has a question for you, Terry.
Yes, I just have a quick question. Why do you think it is looked upon so negatively that instead of saying, no, don't focus on happy wife, happy life, focus on happy spouse, happy house? Why is that even a disagreement where I'm saying both of us should be happy?
Yeah.
That should be the focus. Instead of, well, no, the wife needs to be happy first. And I think the selfishness that we have as women and the delusion that we have as women is why a lot of us are single.
Wow. Oh, selfishness. And
I'm not single. I'm married. But
Terry,
you know what
I
I mean.
Hear that. Terry
not there. Terry,
oh, damn, man. Why you gotta should have let Terry get that one final shot? Sarah, let her.
No, you hung up on
You hung up on Terry.
I didn't hang up on her. Terry hung up.
Sarah, tell them how to follow you, Sarah. What's your Instagrams and Twitters and all that?
My Instagram is Ms. Sarah Fontenot, MSSARAHFONTENOT. My name is now Sarah Shorter because I am married. And you can find me, or the It's Giving podcast, you can find me across all platforms with those things. YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, you name it, we got it.
Make sure you subscribe to the It's Giving podcast. Salute to you, Sarah. Thank you for calling. Well,
thank y'all. Okay.
All right.
Bye, y'all.
Appreciate you.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, Sarah Fontenot. Logical human being.
That's right. All right. When we come back, we got the latest with Loren. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. She gets them from somebody that knows something.
She gets the details.
I'm the homegirl that knows a little bit about everything.
She be having the latest on this.
The latest with Loren LoRosa.
Sometimes she have facts, sometimes she have details, sometimes she have a little bit of everything.
Well, it's the latest.
Brought to you by Top Dog Law on the Breakfast Club.
Talk to me.
All right, y'all. So to start off the hour, a quick congratulations I'm sending to 50 Cent and Courtney A. Kemp. They announced this week that they did a big licensing deal with Lionsgate Television and the global streamer Netflix.
Nice.
So they will now, certain parts of Power, you guys know Power launched a 6-season run. I'm sorry, yeah, it had a 6-season run that ended in 2020, and he had a ton of different franchises under the Power franchise, but now he's doing an international deal with Netflix. So Power Book 2, Ghost, Power Book 3, Raising Kanan will be available on Netflix. Now it is international, so it's going to open up, Power to a bigger audience. I did see some people asking why it wasn't available in Canada, and it's because of a deal that they already have where they do show these on a streamer in Canada already. Okay. But yeah, congratulations to them on the deal, man. And yeah, you will still be able to watch some of this on Stars as well too. This isn't like an exclusive deal, but shout out to them for the Netflix.
I love that.
Deal.
I love that. Shout out to 50.
Salute to Fifth.
I don't think people realize how tough it is to do what 50 Cent has done.
Yeah.
Like, first of all, it's hard to break into TV and film and have success. Period. But to be somebody from hip hop, to make that switch over, not even a switch, but to start doing television and film and to have real success, man,
and continually doing it. Continually doing it.
After being shot 9 times?
Well, I mean,
what?
He been defied those odds. I'm talking about this.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just going back to the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, congratulations.
That's a big deal, man.
Yeah, it is. It is a big deal. It's a huge deal. Shifting gears a bit. So Terrence Crawford, he sat down with Uncle Murder and Tony Ayo. And they were having a conversation about boxing and all of the things, but they asked him about Clarissa Shields, who we know that he is very close to, the female woke, and who he wanted to see her fight next. And Layla Ali came up. Let's take a listen.
Who would you love to see Clarissa Shields fight? Because I know you got a good relationship with her. Muhammad Ali daughter?
No. That fight is too outdated. That's too outdated.
Leave Layla alone. Layla paved the way for Clarissa to become who she is today. You got to pay homage to those athletes and fighters that work tremendously hard to make a name for the sport of women boxing. Back in the day, Layla was the highest paid female boxer.
Facts.
You know, now Clarissa is the highest paid female boxer. Before Clarissa, it was Amanda Serrano. So these women, they making they stand to keep progressing and putting a wide spread on the sport itself. And who do I want to see her fight? I'm cool with Michaela. I want to see them fight. Her man, I just want to see it. They know each other. They been around
Let's
each other.
make it happen, boxing world. Let's make it happen.
I think they fight. Are they fighting on the 15th? Ain't she
Clarissa
fighting
and Michaela?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I thought she was. I wanted to see her fight Shadaza Green, but Shadaza Green got beat back in April.
Crazy.
9th round technical knockout. I was sitting there thinking she wasn't ready for Clarissa.
Damn, that was the one who kept calling her out.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
She was not ready for Clarissa.
She's fighting on August 15th. She's fighting Kay Scott.
Oh, Kay Scott. Okay, not Michaela. Kay Scott.
Yeah, Kay Scott. And that's going to be at the State Farm Arena in Atlanta.
Do we know Kay Scott? Do y'all know her?
I don't.
Are you familiar with her? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I'll
Kay
be
Scott
watching
either,
for Clarissa. I know that much.
Right.
Yep.
Clarissa wanted us to come to that fight, Jess.
Oh.
Because remember, she always tries to get a high female attendance at her fights as well. She did that at her last fight back home. It's August 15th.
She been trying to get y'all to come to her fights.
Yeah, she
wanted y'all on the undercard last year, but y'all made
Shut up.
Where is it? Where the fight gonna be at?
It's August 15th. It's in Atlanta, the State Farm Arena. Yes.
Damn. I can't even come.
You got shows.
Yeah, man.
All right. Well,
so I ain't even gonna be close to that way. Yeah.
Well, maybe I can try and make it and bring it back home.
Go in on for both of us. Go ahead.
Well, in other announcement news, so there's a report circulating right now that Macaulay Culkin is having conversations with Disney about another Home Alone, and that Disney is actually excited about it. So this might be stirring up. Now, this is the conversation that is happening. So there's a report from Puck's Matt Bellany that Macaulay Culkin recently sat down with Disney, and they had this conversation about a new Home Alone project. Now, there are no real details as to what his pitch on modern day Kevin would be like, but he's had other conversations where he's talked about toying with the idea of
No, go ahead.
I'm telling you to pay attention. Go ahead. Sorry.
They being clowns over here. Beavis and
where he's toyed with the idea of being a single dad who has an emotionally neglected son who locks him out of the house and then sets all these traps as the dad tries to get back in the house.
That doesn't even sound fun. That sounds like a young man dealing with mental health issues. He locked his dad out the house. Now he got all kind of traps in the house. The police will come over and kill that young man nowadays. Like nobody knows.
I'm not mad at doing Home Alone
It's
again.
gonna be a little white boy though. It's not gonna be a little black boy.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I'm not mad at doing Home Alone again, but that concept sounds trash.
Yeah, it really does. And I think it just needs to be left alone.
How do you have any Home Alone sequels and child services haven't gotten involved yet? If you're going to do something like that in 2026, I need the real dark version of how when they came and took him from the McAllisters. Or the trauma of his parents always neglecting him when he was young made him a terrible parent as he got older. Okay?
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying?
I do like that. Okay.
And that's probably why he got locked out the house, because the man is like, you don't know how to regulate your emotions. Okay? And you come in here with all that trauma from your parents always neglecting you, and so you bring that on to me. But now I'm going to lock your ass out the house.
But even back in the day, Home Alone, the first one, that he could never be black. Like that only was for white kids. I think my mother and my father used to sit me down and let me and my brother watch that, just so we know not to ever play with them. Did you hear what he said there? He said, I don't want to see you again for the rest of my whole life, and I don't want to see anybody else either. She said, Kevin, go upstairs. He said, I am upstairs, dummy. That is crazy.
Right. And it's crazy you remember that line for line. Yeah, because my mom would have dragged me all over that house.
What? Wow.
Well, y'all sitting up here with these music takes, Charlamagne, movie takes. The last take that you had when we did the Black Panther, after Ryan Coogler announced the new Black Panther, and you said that David Johnson needs to bulk up a little bit. You saw people cover that, and they picked that up. So they're going to be picking this one up as well, too.
At least Complex said it was a joke, okay? I wasn't joking, though. I mean, he does need to bulk up to play a superhero.
But you wasn't, like, talking ish. It was just like, it's like, come on.
I actually said I trust Ryan Coogler. So if Ryan Coogler saw this young man and says this young man can carry the mantle of Black Panther, I trust. And Ryan Coogler, I trust.
And like Envy said, he got time to get in shape. He got time to buff up. So.
Yeah, Michael B. Jordan, he was at the Spider-Man premiere the other night, and they caught up with him, but it was just like a really quick line. He was talking about being excited about the film, too. Let's take a listen.
How you doing? Good? What do you think of the new Black Panther? Oh, I love it. It's amazing. I can't wait.
I think he was talking about the film, though, and not the direct casting, but yeah. People are picking up as well, too. But yeah, so that's the latest for the hour, y'all. A lot of new things coming down the pipeline.
Brought to you by who?
Top Dog Law. Any accident, big or small, call Top Dog Law.
Top Dog Law. All right. Mix is up next. Don't go anywhere. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a salute to Rashad Robinson for joining us this morning.
Salute to Rashad Robinson. I'm telling you, man, his book, From Presence to Power, How to Take on the Fights That Matter and Win is out right now. And it is a great read because he's just basically essentially telling you that a lot of y'all think that y'all have presence and y'all are taking up space in areas and y'all equate that to power. It's not real power. He's telling you how to take on the fights that matter and actually get real power, man. So salute to Rashad Robinson.
Mm-hmm. All right. Now, when we come back, we got the positive notice to Breakfast.
Hold on. I want to tell y'all, too, man. Make sure y'all go out there and pick up a copy of Illuminati. Illuminati is my graphic novel. You know, it came out as a 5 comic book series last year, and it did very well, but now it's out as a graphic novel. So salute to everybody who's been picking that up, man. It's available everywhere you buy books now.
Now, where you at this week in St. Louis?
I'm out in St. Louis, back in the Midwest, y'all. So get your tickets right now at JessHilariousOfficial.com. Y'all can meet me at Helium Comedy Club. I got 2 shows this Friday and 2 shows this Saturday. I will be doing meet and greet. And then next week, I'm in Ontario, California. So I'm on the West Coast, y'all. So get your tickets for that show as well. Again, JessHilariousOfficial.com. I can't wait to see y'all. Missouri.
All right. Now, Charlamagne, you got a positive note?
I do have a positive note, man, and it's simple. Everybody thinks growth is about making more money or buying a new car or owning a bigger house. Nah, real growth is how you respond to the things that used to break you. Okay, it's walking away instead of arguing. It's choosing peace over proving a point. It's healing instead of hurting people back. Anybody can have a glow up on the outside, but the real flex is doing the work on the inside. Invest in your mental wealth, y'all. Have a great day.
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?
Woke up. Wake you up. Wake that ass up.
Program your alarm to Power 105.1 on iHeartRadio.